Hey, everybody. Welcome into this week's Self Care Sunday Energy Update. I am Katie Steinle, founder of Discover Your Design, and I am a holistic consultant that interprets your life path. So I can help you, get back to your core and explain your DNA and who you came here to be and what you came here to do so you can live life to your fullest potential. And so I come on once a week, actually a couple times a week on different platforms and do an energy update so you can become awake and aware and attuned to what is influencing us, what opportunities you have this week. And we also do some biofeedback to harmonize with this energetic resonance and frequency that we're moving through so we can ride whatever wave it is with grace and ease. So let's get into it. Today is the last day that we have the sun being in the 46th gate, and that is the gate of the body, the physicality of really just being fully present, in tune with your being. And what you'll notice is the more that you are, the more you notice all of these synchronistic events that are always happening. But a lot of times we're just moving through life so fast with blinders on, we don't see the signposts that are always there. We are always being guided by the universe. So this is just a great time, to just go out and maybe do a hike today, instead of your mind's always trying to jump ahead and, figure out the future, or you're thinking about the past. This is just a great time to just really truly appreciate your body and appreciate being fully present in your body. And, look for the signpost, look for the guidance, and see if you're, present enough to see it. Because when you start following those synchronicities or noticing them, you can really start to see that when your mind, body, spirit, is in alignment, and you are, vibrating at the energy imprint that you came into this world with, you just start to meet the right people. You're in the right places at the right times to have the right opportunities that you need to really live out your purpose and live out, what really makes you feel alive. So enjoy that. And we're going to do on our biofeedback work, we're going to do like a full body cleanse and just really clear out anything that, needs to be cleared out and up level ourselves so that we can really do this right and enjoy this energy. So tomorrow we've got the sun moving into the 18th gate, which is the gate of realignment or the gate of correction. And you might notice this might play out internally as, you maybe being on the low side of this frequency, overcritical of yourself, comparing yourself, feeling the need to, that perfectionist type of energy really kicking in. And then externally, it's about, not always needing to get the last word and yes, looking around and really opening yourself up to how can I realign my life and, tweak things, not in huge, massive ways, but what you find is the joy in life is just about being in the moment. It's always the little moments that you end up remembering in the end, that bring you the most joy, instead of when you put your expectations on this huge event. And again, you have this perfection of how it's supposed to play out, and it never quite measures up or goes along, your plan. And so it's really about, being aware of, how you can make changes. And also, if you are going to, find correction in others, this might, eliminate that this week for you. Wait for the right timing. Timing is everything sometimes. When you can wait for somebody to be in a receptive state, they're going to be so much more open to taking in what you say instead of just, blurting out like, I have the 18th gate in my design. So I ask my family, like I mean it in the most loving way, but I can't help, I'll be like, if you just, parted your hair on the other side, you'd look so much better. And they're like, I didn't ask for your opinion, and I'm like, okay, sorry, but you know what I mean? Like instead, if I wait for somebody to go, hey, what do you think? How can I, improve this, and then I'm like, oh, I have a ton of ideas, so play with that, sit with yourself and ask yourself, like, how does it feel when I feel like I'm just totally right about something? Like, is sometimes that enough? Or do I have to really push that out and make sure everybody knows I'm right about it? Have the last word with something. Because, again, finding the joy is not about always having to be right. It's sometimes it's okay just to know you're right, internally, and just let that person, sometimes they need to fall down, sometimes they need to learn the lesson on their own. So timing is playing, a big role, both today and moving into this coming week. And with fall coming, and the equinox we just had, and the full moon in Pisces, we've got a lot of heightened energy right now. Great time to really, again, the energy is just welcoming you to like tune inward, go within, ask yourself those questions. Do I need to be right all the time? Like, do I have the courage to share insights, when I feel like change is necessary? Because for some of us, it's challenging to speak up, especially if you're in a group dynamic. And we always look at the sun and the earth. Those are the two planets that are influencing us the most, obviously. The earth is going to tell us how we're going to ground this energy in. And synergistically, the earth this week is in the 17th gate of opinions. And so these two are going to work, really well together, because it's about, recognizing that it's okay to have your own ideas and your own opinions, right? And to express those, to be free, to express your opinions, and know and recognize that we are all born with the different design to us. That's what I love about human design. It helps you understand and strip away the layers of culture and society really wanting to make us all the same and make us, all go on the same path, and, live in the same, suburban neighborhood, and just be like your neighbors, and, want what everybody else has. And instead of going inward and finding out, wait, I am different. I have a different perspective, and there are unique gifts that I can offer up. And when you are in, communicating with others, just being open, like set that intention this week that you are just going to be open to hearing other views and opinions, even if they're different to yours, and allowing that freedom of, speech, and that freedom of maybe being open to hearing other opinions, and that might actually help you realign your life in some way, right? So it's okay to, have different views, and, we don't all have to agree on one right way of doing things. So keep that in mind as you move through the week, and just observe yourself. Just take a, experiment and sit back in the passenger seat sometimes and watch your life playing out, the movie that it is. And you can kind of see like, oh, wow, yeah, I noticed now, like, this opportunities coming up for me to realign. And how, it's so beautiful when you can be aware of, the energy, and you can learn to ride the wave with grace and ease, rather than, be like fighting the waves and taking in water, and, resisting and wondering why, this is happening. Everything is happening for a reason. There, is a greater plan to all of this, and we really have to learn to trust and to surrender. So let's get into the biofeedback work. This is the easy part for you. You just have to sit back and go inward and open your heart and your mind to receive. These are perfected resonances. I have hundreds of perfected resonances in my biofeedback system. And so by just listening and being open to them, it does. We're all frequency, and it creates subtle energetic shifts, that lead to greater levels of perfection within you. So it's just beautiful. So let's see. I always like to go in and give you a heads up of what frequencies we're going to be listening to, just so when you're listening, and you can open yourself up and you can be thinking about intending to align and balance in these areas. So total body cleanse, we're going to hit all the major systems: skeletal, nervous system, endocrine system, which is your hormones, very, very important part of regulating your physical being, circulatory, respiratory. We can all benefit from that going into fall. Lymphatic, making sure we're draining and detoxing, boosting the immune system, and then also working with some specific essential oil frequencies. Essential oils can have, huge, amazing health impact on us. Cypress will help with our liver health, another big, huge part of our body makeup. Frankincense, one of the top, is bang for your buck essential oils, really helps align body and spirit. And Douglas fir boosts our mood, and it helps ease our breathing. Again, great for cold and flu season. Rose essential oil. Rose, fun fact, rose out of all the plants is the highest frequency plant out there. And so it makes complete sense that we associate it with love. But it acts as a great antidepressant. It helps tonify our nervous system. Our nervous systems are absolutely fried right now from trying to handle all of the unknowns and the change and just everything that's coming at us. A virus protectant, and it purifies the blood and it relieves anxiety. So, if you get, I don't know, if you get one or two essential oils just to have around the house, rose and frankincense are like my two top faves. Can you tell? So, also just I added in some grounding frequency, some auric protection, just so that, it's always good to have a healthy energetic boundary of, what is yours, especially when you're doing this work and you're clearing and up leveling. You really don't want to be taking on, anything negative that you don't have to. I added in the solfeggio tone, the 285 hertz frequency for expressing uniqueness, because, just having that freedom of your ideas and your opinions, and what you want to put out there that you think needs to happen to make our lives better, to impact others. We're realizing we are so globally connected. We are so universally connected, that it's key these days to really understand that. And also added in the gene key cellular activations for the energies I mentioned, the 17th gate of opinions, the 18th gate of perfection, realignment, the 46th gate of the love of the body, and the love of just being in your physical being, and really being in tune and connected. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. We'll take about just 5 more minutes, and I just want you to close your eyes, sit back. If you're sitting in a chair, start to tune inward. Start to, if you can, put your feet on the floor to just kind of ground yourself in. Starting to take some nice, long, deep, letting go breaths. Letting go all of the stress and the struggle, with the anxiety and the fear. Just feeling that instant effect on the nervous system by doing that. Just focusing on opening your heart, opening that heart energy center, that heart chakra, and just really seeing that golden creative spark of life that is you, that is your soul, that is just pure and free, really coming alive, coming online, like really starting to relax and expand out, filling up your entire auric energy field, radiating out in 360 degrees. Finding out what does that look like to you when you connect with your soul? What does that look like? To me, when you are looking out on a body of water and the sun is shining down on the water and you see those golden white little shimmers of light that are just, they're almost iridescent and they're just shimmering and they're just moving and they're dancing. That's how I see my soul. Calling back all of your power from this week, anywhere that you've left it, bringing that back into your being, neutralizing any charge to that energy. And on this next exhale, just start to drop that beautiful light, moving down through the core of your being, down through your legs and feet, effortlessly feeling that magnetic pull of the crystalline quartz core of the earth, just calling you downward like roots of a tree, just feeling as you're moving downward and you're seeing your light plug into that beautiful core of the earth, just feeling yourself dropping into that stableness, that secure feeling of feeling that groundedness, of feeling that just being held and supported, allowing yourself to feel free to relax and expand even more. And just take a moment while you're here in this space to notice, what does the core of the earth look and feel like to you? Is it a color? To me, I always see this beautiful rose. Speaking of rose, I see this beautiful rose color, kind of the ultimate love. We associate the earth with divine feminine mother energy. And I just lean into that and I feel held and supported, and I feel like I'm able to plant whatever seeds, whatever intentions that you want to set for this week. Just take a moment to place them into the core of that nurturing energy. And on this next inhale, start to move that beautiful, nourishing growth energy back up that column of light you've created. Moving back in through your feet into your physical being and moving that energy out, expanding your aura even more. And now move that energy out the top of your head, feeling it really come alive as it's shooting past the moon, past the sun, past all the planets in our galaxy. And then on this next inhale, just breaking through that invisible barrier of all that you are consciously aware of into that beautiful white light of the divine mind, the universal consciousness, the quantum field, source, whatever you want to call and connect in with that energy, whatever that looks like to you. Do you notice any colors? Do you connect with any sounds? I always picture it as very electric energy, the source of all creation, the source of all creative, inspiring thought that you are going to bring in this week to really bring in realignment in your life. This is where the geniuses of our time go, to access the next creative download or inspiration that will change our world. Think of Einstein and Tesla and Jobs and, where they tuned into to get this information. And start to bring that electric energy back down into your physical being, into your energetic layers. Just mixing that electricity with that loving, nourishing energy. And just opening your heart even more as you just start to take these tones in. One more thing. I'd like you to do a special mudra today while we listen to the tones. Mudras are very powerful chakra activations. And this, if you just bring all fingers together, this is the mudra of perfection, of that 18th gate energy. So just take that and rest that in front of your heart. That dip is just the frequency changing. Go ahead and just take a couple more nice, long, deep breaths before you open your eyes, just kind of letting all of those subtle frequencies adjust and settle into your body. And then you can open your eyes and wow, that was powerful. It's interesting. It's like the sun totally came out too. I've got a window right here when I was listening to those, and I just thought, oh, perfection, you know? So thank you for tuning in, you guys, because every time you work on yourself and you upgrade yourself, you probably don't even realize how many people you know energy fields you move through in a given week and how many people you impact out there, and that's how we're going to end up, getting through this thing. We're going to get through it together. And please, on that note, share this out. Let's grow this community. And if you enjoy this, please hit subscribe. It really helps me. And so I will also put out just a meditation, just strictly with those biofeedback tones. Um, Today also, so that if you do want to come back as many times as you need to during the week and you just want to go straight to the meditation to recalibrate, you can. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful week, and it's full of joy and light and all things good. So you take care, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.